All right, welcome back. Paul Alaje is joining me right now as the lead economist at SPM Professionals. We're looking at Kemi Adeosun's resignation and perhaps, if time permits, other matters. But what's next after her resignation? Paul, good to see you.
Thank you
How
so very much.
How are you doing today? As an economist and as someone that watches the space, I think the last time you were here, I know you were here the last time we talked about politics and economy and all of that. But previous to that, I did ask you the question in Kemi Adeosun's certificate forgery and all of that, and you gave your own opinion. She resigned on Friday. What's your analysis right now?
Yeah, well, you know, our resignation came to me as a shock. If you ask me, I know it's been in the social media space regarding forgery matters and all of that. So our resignation confirmed that the certificate submitted might not be authentic, and that she also claimed that she was
might not be or is not?
Or is not. I say confirmed. What we said that
okay.
is not authentic, and I think we need to look at the issue very critically. Somebody who have actually criticized some of the policies and have also praised some of the policies she made while in office. But focusing on the certificates, I think we need to look at this. I understand Serap is in court over this
and I
issue.
think one other body
is also in court. But for me, rather than discussing the person, I think Nigerians should use this opportunity to look at our institution. If the institution were strong, perhaps this wouldn't have happened. She wouldn't have been minister, a commissioner at first in Ogun State for 8 years, and the institution was so weak he could not identify that. She wouldn't have submitted the same document to Security Service and to National Assembly and perhaps to Executive, and none of these agency or arms of government could discover this until a journalist, of course, being the fourth arm of government, discovered this, and it went all out. Now, rather than people celebrating on B-side, it casts a lot of doubt on our integrity as a nation. And also, you know, somebody who was in finance to have been...
That's a very sensitive position.
It's a very sensitive position. And I don't know how many people would like to keep somebody with a forgery case in their organization, local or international. So I understand that from the argument presented at different headquarters, that somebody who was 34 years old before authentically became a citizen of Nigeria.
That she came to Nigeria when she was 34.
So do you now say that such person should go and take NYSC or academic record when she was not even a Nigerian is invalid? That is why we need to...
But the other thing is that if you're born from Nigerian parents, you're automatically a Nigerian.
That is on Nigerian shore.
But the other...
On Nigerian shore.
But the other issue which I want us to look at is the issue of the NYSC certificate, which is very essential. If I ask you now, where did you do your NYSC?
I did mine in Nasarawa State.
I did mine in Ebonyi State. Now, the issue is that even if you school abroad, you must come back to do your compulsory NYSC, isn't it?
Yes.
At least before or by 30. Let's say by 30.
Yes.
Isn't it? But should that really be an excuse for the former Minister of Finance? Because reading her press statement, or reading her statement, I had to look at it. She knew that certificate was required. But like we normally do in Nigeria, we don't pay attention to details. You want anything, you want to go through a third party, you just want to do it fast.
Yes.
Perhaps she was also part of that careless system, which you talked about institutions.
Yes, and she's not alone in that. It's because of weak institutions. She's not alone. If you ask many in Nigeria, how many people are carrying right driver's license today? How many people? Because we really don't even know which one is authentic or not. You just see one uncle, maybe on Island Road in Lagos, that believes that, don't worry, my brother is in charge. I'm going to sort all of this for you. But, you know, I'm happy that we're having technology now. People can actually go online. And I want to plead with NYSC to make people go online with their NYSC registration number to actually know which is authentic. And
no, but they're doing it already. NYSC has a portal. I think if you graduated from 2014 or if you have
above.
so
those of us have graduated
before that, we have to write to them. Yes, we have to write to them
to confirm. I think they should
if our certificates are not
they need to upload that, of course, so that people would know. the kind of certificate they have. I'm sure that people that served, that have done all of that, they may not be, because this is an obvious matter that this person perhaps had not been to NYSC to serve and also applied to NYSC. NYSC claimed they've not responded. Of course, there was an application letter sent to them, but perhaps there was no response. So, but for me, in all of this, it's a lesson to the governed and government that institution, we cannot continue our big man life. This man is a strong man. This man is a big man. Whatever he does is the final. If institutions are weak, there is limit to what an individual could do. It took President Buhari 6 months to appoint the ministers. And even all of this, you could see institutional gap that we
so
have.
even with the 6 months to appoint Kemi Adeosun,
Yes.
due process or the screening, what does it say about DSS, for example, or all the screenings they went through, even from when she was commissioner in Ogun State?
For me, I think that there are gaps. And Nigeria is a country that is work in progress. So I believe that security service and all of that.
Is that an excuse?
The question we should ask is, how did the journalist, how did he get that information? Or he or she, how did he get the information?
He, actually.
How did he get the information? So it could also be that security service has helped. It could be, I'm not sure. So how did he get the information? Also, like someone who has worked with risk agencies and risk management before, when it comes to identifying someone's certificate to know in different organizations, it is not the day you submit that is discovered. So, and different schools of thought have said all manner of things why all of this happened. Some people even believe the state has hand in a resignation because of election. So there have been several arguments. But for me,
some people are also of the school of thought that some people in some quarters were trying to, blackmail her and all of that.
Exactly.
Or twist her hand.
Yes, and you know, she just ended a major war with the Oil Corporation over how much you are going to give. So there are so many insinuations here and there. So for me, I think beyond looking at her, she's done the honorable thing. Perhaps one of the few Nigerians that decided to resign. Some persons, rather than doing resigning, they would have been getting SANs and all of that, just extending the matter over and over again. While what she has done might not be good, particularly now that she resigned and she has she has written to the president, I believe that beyond all of the resignation and beyond the certificate saga, Nigeria should look at how to reinforce our institution.
Now, apart from institutions, this mistake has been made by Kemi Adeosun. She's resigned honorably, like you said, though a lot of people expected it to have happened earlier.
Yes,
since she knew that happened.
Yes.
But the issue right now is after her resignation, what next? Should she just go? Because we're also getting information, however not confirmed, that she's left the shores of Nigeria. Should she just be left like that? Well, what lesson is it also sending to those that are also involved in certificate forgery? Because I also do think that this has actually brought out, is a can of worms that we need to open. How many public officers have forged certificates too? It may not just be NYSC certificate, it may be other certificates. We know there's an aspirant right now, a candidate running, I don't want to call the name.
In one of the states.
In one of the states, the WAEC result. So how much of this is out? That's one. Then number two, what's next after her resignation?
Well, I believe the law will take its course, and it might take long because of the position she occupied and also because of the party she represents. It might take some time, but the truth is that no matter how long, EFCC chairman rightfully mentioned that. He said, no matter how long, wherever you belong, it's a matter of time. The law will take its course.
Should we just leave it like that? Should she be prosecuted?
She's already in court. Someone institution has already taken her to court. I understand that it is faster if it were the state that is spearheading this. I understand. But it's also very difficult if the state has to now indict herself for appointing somebody who might have this type of history. So I think what we should do as a people is to watch. Is damaging enough for our country, what has happened. It's also damaging enough for our personality. Someone that was high up there, and overnight, because of one discovery or the other, came down. I don't think, in all honesty, that someone of that caliber will want to do this deliberately. I don't think so. And I will tell you,
ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
I agree 100% with you. And this is a lesson to everybody. You know why I said so? She had a very good job before she became commissioner.
Yeah, I think she worked in 2 companies in Nigeria before she became commissioner.
Yes, and she's a very good job for that matter. And I also think that the job she was doing, the differentials from the pay as a commissioner might not be so much. So I don't think the desperation of being a commissioner would have caused her to do this. Again, it is not happening while she was a minister. It had happened, she had had the certificate submitted, the same certificate before she became that. However, the ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
Now, the question also should be, should it only be Adeosun that should go down? How about the people in the line of the institutions that were involved in a screening?
And that is why I maintain we need to look at the lines of the institution. Now, the ultimate decision will still remain with the government, from the executive led by President Muhammadu Buhari to the National Assembly. Do we need to make new laws? Do we need to make things stronger? Do we need to have committee over this matter? Do we need to have discussion around as we are having, and other media houses are having the same? For me, I strongly think that for Nigeria to move forward, so that we'll not just say, okay, we have found one, it's a scapegoat, and other people will change it. It will not happen. What should be the role of NYSC in all of this? I want to suggest that all persons that have graduated since NYSC started, it may take 2 months, it may take 3 months, it may take 2 years, all the code should be uploaded online. And all employers, when somebody has graduated and the person was below 30, or the person is come with exemption letter, there should be a portal that the public can go to and put the number, the picture, the name, and everything submitted by the person.
I said there is actually, there's an NYSC.
That is from 2014.
Yes, yes.
I'm saying that before
they should
2014.
make it technologically based in terms of those of us that have
exactly.
done NYSC before
Why
that.
seems to have gotten that correctly. I just need to buy a scratch card. I put in my center, my exam number, and I can see everything that has to do. Even some universities are getting that correctly now. With your university certificate, you can get that, see the person, the class of grade the candidate or the person has finished with, and we can move forward. So for me, I think the mistake has been made quite all right. The person has resigned. The matter is in court. Going forward, how do we correct our institution so that we'll not just have this conversation, and when another one happens, we say, oh, how do we find ourselves here again?
Okay, just 2 last questions, and I will need you to answer it very quickly. Investors' concern, because this is a woman that occupied a very sensitive position in Nigeria. I mean, calibrating what's happening abroad in terms of investors' concern and confidence in the country. Then the other question also right now will be the role of the media moving forward in terms of, patching the society where the society needs patching, because just like you said, it's a young man that actually revealed this, and I think about 60-something days later, see what it is.
Yes. First of all, the confidence, investors' confidence. Recent report from different agencies, government agency and non-government agency, have revealed that investors' confidence have been dropping really sharply. You could see Nigerian Stock Exchange close to 30% loss between January till now. And the widest gap is what was lost the second day after this saga was thrown up. Nigeria Stock Exchange started falling really hard because people's confidence regarding Nigeria market and managers of Nigeria economy was really very low. We had a president who told us that, well, he's going to rely on Mrs. Adeosun and the CBN governor, while Mr. Emefiele has kept his head high and he has no stain on himself. Mrs. Adeosun, who we thought had the same, happened to resign, and it was an untold resignation. That said, and now what your second question?
Media,
the role of media. Media is a fourth arm of government, whether we like it or not. I think media should keep up the good work they are doing and reveal more of the things they might have in their covers. However, I think much as media wants to reveal, we should also give media less work to do by making our institution really strong.
Okay, I think we'll leave it at that. Many thanks, Paul, for coming on the program.
Thank you so very much for having me.
Yeah. All right, I've been speaking with Paul Alaje, who is the lead economist at